You describe how they appear to you on the model.
The driver was wearing black, full face helmet. That's all I could see at that point. And then there was a passenger. That, from where I was at, looked like a female.
And did the driver look like a male or a female?
Male.
How fast was the motorcycle going relative to the other traffic? Do you have a radar device in your patrol vehicle? Is it handheld or is it mounted in your seat? Where's it mounted? What type of radar device is it? Who's the manufacturer?
I'll have to look at the documents.
As part of your training, did you learn how to operate a radar device?
Yes.
Where did you receive this training?
Walida, which is in Lake Havasu. Received it in November 2018.
Was this part of your initial training to become a police officer?
Yes.
Can you describe what this radar training entails?
We have to calculate speed. We have to visually calculate speed, and then we confirm it with the radar. We do that for a series of, they give us a test on it, and we have to meet a certain percentage. And that's how we get certified on the radar.
Did you pass the test and obtain your certification? I am going to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibit A. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
What is it?
So, radar certification.
Who issued the certification?
I was issued at Walida,
What is the date on the certificate?
November 7th, 2018.
Who does this, which person is certified by this certificate? And, does this certify you to use the specific type of radar devices used by the Kingman Police Department?
Yes.
Would you be able to read the text from the undersigned all the way down to Doppler traffic radar operator?
I satisfactorily completed all radar training and proper use of custom signals, incorporated Doppler traffic radar, and has satisfied all training requirements and is qualified Doppler traffic radar operator.
So, does this certificate certify you to use the devices manufactured by Custom Signals, Inc.?
Yes.
Okay. Did you obtain this certificate before or after you started working at the Kingman Police Department?
I was already employed during the academy.
Okay. State moves to admit State's Exhibit A.
Any objection, Sorensen?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Any objection to State's Exhibit A being admitted as evidence?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry?
Absolutely not.
Okay, State's Exhibit A is admitted without objection.
Once you become a certified radar operator, do you ever need to be recertified?
No.
Do you use your radar device regularly as a patrol officer?
Yes.
About how often would you say you used it?
Once or twice a year.
Okay. Do you always use the same radar device?
Yes. Assigned to the vehicle.
Okay. How often do the QPD's radar devices need to be serviced?
Yearly.
What date was your Talon 2 service prior to May 8th, 2023?
I believe we do it yearly. I believe it's like either June or May. I would have to see that the certification.
Okay. Do you service the radar device yourself or do you send it to a technician?
They send it to a commission.
What organization do you send it to?
I know it's County Phoenix, so we don't send them, we just turn them all in to our traffic officer and he
going to show you what's been marked as States Exhibit B. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
What is it?
Certification for calibration.
When is it dated?
It is April 5th, 2020.
Which organization is it from?
I believe it's alert,
Do you know what that acronym stands for?
Arizona Law Enforcement Radar Technology.
So what does certificate of calibration indicate?
Radars. Calibrating and operating.
Okay. Is this for the same Talon 2 radar device that you used on May 8th, 2023?
Yes.
And you stated it's dated April 5th, 2023. Is that the date it was serviced or the service was completed?
That's the name of the service.
Okay. And who's listed as the manufacturer of the Talon 2 on the certificate?
Customer signals.
Alright, statements to admit, States Exhibit B into evidence.
Any objection, Mr. Lawrenson?
No, thank you.
Okay, State's Exhibit B is admitted without objection.
In addition to being served, the radar devices need to be regularly calibrated by their operators. Do you calibrate your own radar device?
Yes.
As part of your training for your radar certification, did you learn how to calibrate your Talon radar?
Yes.
How often do you calibrate it?
Beginning of shift between ports.
Is this KBD policy? How do you calibrate your radar device?
224 to stamp miles per hour that they should be. So you hit them on object or something like that, you make a distinct sound right in front of the radar, it'll show you the speed that's on 224 km/h.
How do you know that you hit the tuning fork
It's a very
correctly?
distinct sound. You hit it and it creates like a vibration sound. It'd be hard to explain without doing it. But once you get that, it creates a sound right in front of the radar, and then it'll be the miles per hour that's along the tuning forks.
So does each tuning fork correspond to a specific miles per hour then?
Yes.
How many tuning forks do you use when you do this? Do tuning forks need to be calibrated and serviced similar to the way your radar device needs to be?
Yes, they both go down together. And those tuning forks are assigned to that radar.
Okay. And so do you use the same tuning forks for each time you calibrate that device?
They're already out there.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked as States Exhibit C. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
What is it?
So tuning fork calibration accuracy.
When is it dated?
It is dated April 5th, 2023.
What organization is it from?
Arizona Law Enforcement Radar Technology.
And what does this document signify?
That those tuning forks that were sent down with our radar, that are assigned to our radar, should display 30 miles per hour, and the additional tuning fork should display 55 miles per hour when tested.
Does it certify that the tuning forks are accurate?
Yes.
And is this certificate for those specific tuning forks you used to calibrate your radar on May 8th, 2023?
Yes.
Right, state moves to admit Exhibit C into evidence.
Any objection, Mr. Lawrenson?
No.
State's Exhibit C is admitted without objection.
Did you have any issues with your tuning forks between when they were serviced on April 5th and May 8th?
No.
Did you have any issues with your radar device between when it was serviced on April 5th
No.
and May
No.
8th? Any issues with either the tuning forks or the radar device on that day?
No.
On May 8th, did you observe any indications that suggested to you that your radar device was operating incorrectly? And on that day, did you calibrate it prior to your?
Yes.
Okay. Can you please give a layman's description of how you use your radar device to measure the speed of an oncoming vehicle?
So there's different functions on that radar. There's stationary, which is just stationary. There's also a patrol mode, which allows it displays your speed and it also displays oncoming speed. So usually that's if I'm driving, that's the mode it's in. So it shows me oncoming traffic and it shows my speed.
Did you use your radar to measure the motorcycle speed on May
Yes.
8th? According to your radar, when you first measured, at what speed was the motorcycle traveling?
First, I visually estimated it. That's what I'm trying to do. So I visually estimated it. As I'm looking toward my radar, there's an audible sound that it makes. So the faster a vehicle is moving, the louder that tone gets. When I look at it, it said 85 miles an hour, or when I could estimate at 85, it said 86 on the radar. As the motorcycle continued, the mileage went up, so it was at 91.
Does this indicate that the motorcycle was accelerating?
Yes.
Was there anything obstructing your radar device from the approaching motorcycle?
No.
Could your radar have accidentally measured the speed of another vehicle? How do you know this?
Because that radar picks up whatever's moving faster toward it.
While you were using the radar, did you observe any vehicles traveling at a greater speed than that of the motorcycle?
No.
After measuring the motorcycle's speed, what did you do?
Activated my upper headlights. Try to turn around, there's traffic coming. As soon as I was loud, made a U-turn. I'm not gonna chase a motorcycle to the city of Keenan. It's not safe. I deactivated my lights and I just continued driving southbound and stopped.
Okay, did you activate your sirens?
No.
How long did it take you to turn your patrol vehicle around?
I had to wait for cars to go by, maybe 5-10 seconds at most.
And when you turned, where was the motorcycle at?
It was going southbound Stockton. When I turned around, it was going over the hill, which is like around Pico area. Stockton.
How many blocks away would that be?
Oh, 3 or 4.
Had you activated your lights as the motorcycle was approaching you or after it was behind you?
As it's approaching.
Did the driver acknowledge you in any way when you turned on your lights?
Not that I noticed.
Did he give any indication that seemed to signal that he had noticed your presence?
No.
And why didn't you attempt to pursue the motorcycle that you had seen speeding?
It's not within our policy. We can't pursue for traffic offense. And then I'm not going to risk other people's lives, especially if there's other traffic. I'm not going to chase a motorcycle.
And after the motorcycle had gone off, what did you do?
Just proceeded driving down southbound Stockton Hill. When I got to the intersection of Stockton and Pico, observed like a dust cloud near Johnson and Hall Street and Stockton Hill, over the intersection there. Cloud of dust. Seen a fire truck. Fire captain pulled up on Hall Street, and then I observed the motorcycle there.
Where exactly was the motorcycle?
It's in a dirt lot between Stockton Hill and Hall Street and Johnson. Would be on the west side of Stockton Hill.
Was it like physically off the road?
Yes. It's like a dirt berm, small dirt berm.
Did you personally observe the motorcycle go off the road?
No.
Can you compare compare the motorcycle you saw in the dirt field to the motorcycle you measured earlier?
It's the same motorcycle.
How do you know?